So hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's episode, it's gonna be about the Catholic Church. So last time I did the Seventh Adventist Church. Today I jump all the way to the Catholic Church and I met with the Father Tim. He didn't want to be filmed, and so he's not gonna be in the video, but it's okay. He really gave me some very informative answers about the Catholic Church. So I just want to point out that I know that some of my friends and family will be like, oh, what is she doing? Like, why she's going to these churches and she is Muslim, like what is she trying, why she is going there, or like she's trying to convert to Christianity or something like that. So not at all it is just, we're living here in the US and then trying to understand people's background, people's culture and religions. So I figured out that I don't know that much about not only that, I don't really know a lot of other, like within the Islam itself. I discovered that here in the US, you have a lot of people from all around the world. I am Muslim Sunni, and then we have the Shia, and then we have the Nation of Islam, and then we have Sufis. We have a lot of, even within the Islam, we have a lot of, it diverges a lot. So understanding, going there and asking questions, I don't see any problem in that. So I'm hoping like people, like especially from, I'm talking about my people, I'm talking about some of them, they will not criticize me for that, because I'm gonna keep doing this, going to other churches, going to other places of worship, so to understand the strange things that are strange for us, to make them become familiar. And we don't have to be driven by fear. When they are familiar, then we're like, oh, okay, yeah, now I understand. We should not come from ignorance. Because we live here in the US, we have an obligation, I think, to do understand other people's and what's their religion, their culture, at least have a little of information and not sounds that ignorant when we meet with them. So that's actually my point of doing this series of starting with religions, and hopefully that you guys enjoy it as well. That's the sacristy where the Pope is getting his robe to get himself ready for the service. Okay, and that's the church itself. Okay. Alright, that's how it looks like. First question is, what is Catholicism and how different it is from other Christian, like Protestant and Orthodox?
So it would be, it's one of the oldest Christian churches. It's the oldest as practiced today.
Mm-hmm.
It's changed over the years, especially with the celebration of the Mass, celebration of Eucharist, since Vatican II, since the late 1960s, when we updated the liturgy.
Mm-hmm.
So the liturgy is what we call the Mass, or this service as we come together and celebrate.
Okay.
One of the biggest differences between Roman Catholicism and many of the modern day other Christian traditions, Protestant churches, mainline Protestant churches and others, is we believe in what we call real presence. So we believe that Jesus is really present in the bread and the wine. And many, most all Orthodox churches also believe that. So we all share that coming from the same root.
Like he's present in the communion. Is it called
Yes,
the
the
communion?
communion,
That's why
yes.
you guys do the communion. How many times do you do the communion a year? Like, is it
Every
yearly?
day.
Every day.
We celebrate Mass, the
Okay.
Eucharist, every day. And on Sunday we have multiple Masses. On the weekend we have 6 Masses here.
Okay. And when it comes to baptism,
Yes.
I see that most of the time is you baptize the children, but can like old like people like who
Adults.
convert adults?
Yes.
Yeah, they can
Yes.
convert as well.
Absolutely, yes. We only believe in one baptism.
The confession is the pastor who is responsible for it.
Any validly ordained priest can hear confession as long as he has faculties in that diocese.
Okay, all right. And when it comes to the nuns, how can like someone who lived a normal life become a nun after, or is it
Yes.
something?
So it's not unheard of to have a woman who was married and had a family, and say her husband dies, and her children are grown up, she may go and become a nun.
Oh, okay. So it's not only like the virgins as
No.
the
No. So sometimes, and in previous centuries, it was much more common than it is today. But I know that one of our parishioners, his mother did that. She, after her husband died, and she had quite a few children, but they were all grown and out of the house, and she went and became a Benedictine nun and lived in a monastery, and lived to be into her 90s, I believe, and spent quite a few years in the Benedictine monastery.
That's interesting. Another question comes to my mind is what is the Pope's role in the Catholic Church? The Pope.
His role?
Yes, in the
So
Vatican. Yeah.
He is the Bishop of Rome, and he is seen as the not only the Bishop of Rome, but also as the leader of the Roman Catholic Church throughout the world, internationally.
Okay. All right. And I've seen in some, like in the news, the Pope itself is washing the feet of some people, like poor people, immigrants.
Yes.
And so why he's doing that?
Because that's what Jesus did. Jesus got down and washed the feet of his disciples at the Last Supper as a sign of humility. And so he asked his apostles, he asked them, if I'm willing to do this for you, then you should be willing to do it for others.
Okay. Is it like only the Pope who is allowed to do that, or,
No.
or every
No,
church?
so we do it it's a very special time. We do it on Holy Thursday, which is the beginning of the celebration of Holy Thursday, Good Friday, and then Holy Saturday, which in the evening we celebrate the Vigil Mass after 8:30 or later. And that's where we bring in adults who are joining the Catholic Church, or maybe we're not confirmed, or people who are of another Christian tradition that are coming in, or maybe were previously not affiliated with any tradition, or maybe were of another faith and have converted to Christianity.
Oh, okay.
And so on Holy Thursday, the foot washing is part of the celebration.
Got you. Another question that's come to my mind is the holy water. Is it just a name, or how is this water holy? Because
It's blessed.
it's
There's
blessed.
a special blessing that we say over the water.
Okay, got you. I just want to check what's in
So
here.
that's the holy water font.
Oh, that's the
And that's
font.
where we would baptize. Careful you don't step off the edge there.
Okay, I see it. Yeah.
Behind you.
Yeah, it's very interesting.